Make sure it's recording. Okay. I just did this video. It was not recording. Anyways. So, back to what I was saying. Yesterday I did my video. I meant what I said, and it had to be said because I'm not taking nobody's shit no more. Just being real with you. We're not doing that no more. And I'm making this video today just kind of elaborate on my feelings of what's going on. We do need stimulus checks. We need stimulus. When I was talking to one of my Lyft drivers, a couple of them, I was saying the same thing. The stimulus is like having oil in your engine, in your car. I was bad at this. When I first had a car previous to my other one, I didn't know anything about changing oil. One of my damn boyfriends would laugh at me. He was like, girl, you put no oil in your car. I didn't know, because I didn't know that. You have to have oil engine in your car. If you don't have the proper oil engine in your car will shut down. I look at the oil and the engine as a stimulus check and as the economy. We have to have some type of stimulus to keep the engine smooth and running so we don't tear the engine up. Now, that being said, what I'm making this video about is people trying to coerce us into being their saviors and to being their scapegoats to get their things done, and I don't like it. I read this comment on YouTube today, which kind of confirms everything that I've been feeling. People are moving down to Georgia, and they're tearing our state up. We have crime rates going up, potholes, traffic tickets, all this other stuff, and it's getting out of hand. And I read this comment, which I'm going to make the thumb line, where people are making comments talking about, Georgia, you be the one to save us. You vote blue. You do this and all this other stuff. My thing is, why don't y'all make your own states blue? The reason I'm saying this is because I don't want us to turn blue and we end up becoming another California with high poverty rates. Another Hollywood with a bunch of narcissists and degenerates. Another New York, congested narcissists, everybody about themselves. Georgia and Atlanta is a smaller city compared to all these other places. So these people moving down here is overpopulating our state. And what got me to say this, I read a comment. Somebody said, please, Georgia, vote blue so that you can help us with the stimulus. I'm all for that. But then they put something like, that's why you have all those people moving to your state to help you turn blue. Wrong. No. Don't move down here. Like I said in my previous video, I'm glad we have states. I understand why people are separatists, segregationists, and racists. Not this is a good thing, but like I said, it goes back up. It goes back up to them being up in the north. All that battling for territory. So when they left England, they already knew that we're going to have separate states, because that will crush all that battle for territory. People coming in, taking over people's territory, warring. I'm happy we have states. That being said, don't put all of your expectations onto us as Georgians to take your crap, to hold your load, to have to pay our taxes for the potholes. My car insurance premiums were the same exact amount as my car note. Paying for a State Farm arena for outsiders to come in and enjoy games and stuff. I'm going to say this. The Mercedes-Benz Stadium, I do like the stadium, and that's for different reasons. I like the Mercedes-Benz Stadium for different reasons. I'm not going to go into detail. But these things that are being built in Atlanta, that comes from taxpayers, people who pay these insurance companies, Georgians. And I, as a Georgian, have not yet been to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I have not been to the Phillips Arena. I have not been to the aquarium. I have not even rode the Ferris wheel. And I'm from here. I'm a native. I have family that was born here. Generations on top of generations born here. We didn't run. And I understand people ran from the South because of slavery. I get it. But they found out the grass wasn't greener. So they went up there, found out that things are just as bad. But then want to turn around and come around here centuries later trying to take over Georgia, when that's not fair, when we had to sit up here and we dealt with this racism. To this day, we deal with racism down here in Georgia. I know not to go to Stone Mountain. I know that's where White Daddy and Uncle Buck and his brethren, that's where they reside. That's why we respect people's territory. I don't go up to Cobb County. Go back to Stone Mountain, because the Ku Klux Klan, that's their region, so we don't go out there. I don't go to Cobb County because I know Cobb County is racist, highly racist. They try to say it's different now because of the new stadium up there. I don't believe none of that. I lived in Kennesaw for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and I was fine being up there. But I had so much social anxiety because I felt like an outsider. People were nice to me, but I didn't have any like close people up there that I knew. So I moved back down to I ain't even gonna tell you now because I feel like people are gonna try to move there too. I'm gonna say that certain places in Georgia I stay away from. I know where I'm from, and I'm gonna keep it at that. Yet certain places in Georgia I know not to move to. It's called respect of territory. And I wish people would not try to put us into the scapegoating that we have to turn everything blue. Why don't you stay in your states and work on turning your states blue, and let them turn into degenerate states? We know everything ain't down here perfect when everything is red. We know that. We know that White Daddy and Master Boss is running stuff, and we don't get in his way. I know that things need to change. I get that, but it should not be off the disadvantage of black people here in Atlanta. We can't find housing for ourselves. We are native to here. We don't have housing for ourselves. That's not right. So to see people on the internet trying to tell us to vote blue, they don't care nothing about Georgia. They just want to move down here and take over and push us out into the cold. The ones who have dealt with the racism for decades and centuries. So to have people online trying to convince us like some stranger with candy, get in their car. I'm not getting in your car, and I'm not going to vote based on what you want. I vote for what I want. I'm not saying I'm going to vote blue or red. What I'm saying is, don't you dare try to make us your scapegoat so that you can come down here and screw us over in the end so you can get your way. Because these are narcissists who are doing this. They act nice. They future fake. They wear a mask to get on your side that they're your friends, and they're not our friends. Because all of them come down here, they tear up our city, they speed on our roads, they give us potholes, crime, we have shortage in jobs, shortage in housing, the education system sucks. And you talking about turning it blue like these other blue wild states, these liberals who are too liberal. They're too liberal, they're too progressive. They have no filter and no stop button on them. And like I said, I look at them as the same way as these radical racists or radical leftists, whoever. And I don't think that's fair for them to try to put all this pressure on us now to save the world. We're not your saviors. We've been being the pack mule and the one to have to pull people through and at the disadvantage of our own selves being used. We don't want to be used. I don't want no more people moving down here to Georgia. Like I said, Atlanta is a small city compared to the rest of these other cities. And if you look at these other cities, they're overpopulated. So why not move to another state or try to work on your state, make your state better instead of trying to come down here and pollute ours? I would be more for blue if I knew they weren't trying to be selfish about their motives of trying to come down here and take from us. And I kind of hate that. I wish we would have just stayed neutral and stayed out of it, because now we're at the forefront and we're being put out there. I'm gonna tell you something about Georgia. They called us for blue for Biden, but because we're so mixed and diverse, they kept us off the map, and they didn't want us to be definitely blue or red. They kept us as neutral. And I kind of wish we would have stayed that way, because now it's making people eye us as like we're the ones, the doorway to their salvation, and we're not. Because if people look at you as a doorway to their salvation, they look at you as a doormat, a punching bag, a tissue to wipe their ass on and flush you away. And that's not who we are. We are the center of civil rights movement. Martin Luther King, Jesse Jackson, Lewis, can't think of his name. He's from Georgia. Congressman Lewis. We have a certain type of ability about us that goes back to generations of enslavement and discrimination. And then to have people come in, it's like we're like a museum and you're hosting Airbnb rooms inside of a museum. That's not how it works. I'm all for stimulus package, but I'm starting to wonder, okay, is this stimulus package worth us selling our souls and giving over our state to outsiders who come down here and commit crimes? and tear up our lands and don't do nothing for us, don't care nothing about us until it's time to vote, to come down here to see a game, or to basically have a heyday on our expense. That comment bothered me. And that let me know this whole electoral system vote thing is all garbage, because people, like I've been thinking, can move to different states to sway the vote. I didn't want to reveal that. I didn't want to say that, but I had to say it because that's what they're writing down there. So now we're facing an encroachment of outsiders, more outsiders trying to come down here and dig in our pockets and take advantage of what we're trying to barely hold on to. A lot of us don't have homes for our own self. I realize the white people, whoever they may have it a lot better down here. I get that. But then other white people and other colors of people come down here and they push us out the way. We didn't run from slavery. We dealt with the prejudice and we formed a civil rights movement to protect us. We're not chumps. We're not dumb Southern folk. We understand the game and we play it the way it needs to be played so that everybody has at least a peace of mind until we all can get through it. I know, what's his name and all them ain't good people. I ain't gonna say his name, but we all know they crooks. Yet at the same time, what type of, excuse me one second. What type of crooks are we opening up ourselves to when we go blue? These other states that went blue and have so much crime in them. We can't survive it down here in Georgia. So I'm saying this, if we do go blue in the Senate and we do help, that's good. If we don't get mad at us. We have legit reasons not to vote blue. It's too darn progressive where they're wild. They are overly wild. If there is no middle ground, no purpleism within these two parties, one party gonna destroy it and the other side of the party is gonna destroy it too, because they're both bitter. They're battling against each other. We don't want to be the casualties of their war. So don't ask us to vote blue for you. You vote blue in your state. You work on changing your state to blue. Don't put that on us. That's not our problem. Life is already hard enough for us. It just bothers me. Now they're trying to, like I said, like a stranger with candy, trying to lure us into their car. Vote blue, knowing they're so damn dangerous. They know they're dangerous. They know they're dangerous. Trying to coerce us into doing their dirty work. Why don't you stay in your state and do your dirty work? Like I said, it goes back to all this racism and segregation and why they formed states. I'm happy they formed states in America, so we won't have all that European territory battling over territory with all these civilizations taking over. So America is different in the fact that we have states. That's what protects us from being taken over by other regions within this nation. Don't use my state and my life and my blood and my struggle of my ancestors and our slavery to save your asses. Because y'all don't do shit for us. Y'all don't care about us. Only time y'all care about us is when y'all need our vote. And when y'all want to come down here and have a good time on our dime and our expense. When y'all mess up our city and we have to clean it up behind y'all. We're not your scapegoat. We're not your place to move to make things better for your life. Fix your stuff in your own state. Don't come to our state. We're swamped. We have no more room for outsiders. People who come into our state are violent. They come down here shaking things up and putting us all in danger. If I knew that these blue states had a better track record of doing what they do, maybe I would feel a little bit better, but I don't. I know that California has a lot of poverty. I'm not talking about the homeless people. I'm talking about the policies that make people homeless. The greedy people. If California is such a progressive state, then why are there so many homeless people out there? Why is the housing market so high? New York, the same thing. We barely survive down here being a red state, trying to find affordable housing. So once we open up blue, then we welcome up all these strangers and outsiders into our state to take over where we already have nothing. We don't have room to be blue for you. Be blue in your own state. Work on your own stuff. Get your own Stacey Abrams in your own states to make your life better. Don't just try to move over here and shift the stuff over here because we don't have the space for it. Traffic is traffic is a mess. It's awful. All these outside states, these outside plates and stuff, Texas, New York, Florida, California, all these other places. And it's so funny. We always say it's rare for us to see each other as Georgians. It's rare to meet an actual Georgian because everybody's from out of state. They don't belong here. Can we have anything for ourselves? We don't suffer enough with slavery. We still suffering with, like I said, the Ku Klux Klan in Stone Mountain. We know they're out there. They're inside of the law. I met one to try to pull me over one night. It was raining out in Stone Mountain, and I knew he was racist. I knew he was. It was a very terrifying experience for me. Yet through God's grace and God's understanding of how I've been raised, I knew not to do anything to upset him. And whatever he told me to do, I just did it to get through. That's how we operate down here. We know we know, and we don't know all, but we have a understanding of who we are neighbors with. We don't upset them. We stay out of their way. We stay out of their territory. They stay out of ours. So I don't understand why you have to have all these other people from other states coming into our states, not understanding that same principle, and they come in and with their dirty boots and throw their dirty boots on our table. Like they helped to make this table. I'm not saying you don't deserve to have a place of peace. I'm not saying that, but make a place of peace in your own. We've worked on this ourselves for the longest time. And I'm not one to give it up to other people to come in because they feel comfortable that we're a blue state, that they can continue to come in. Hell no. Heck no. So I'm gonna post a little comment and I'm gonna make it the thumbnail, but that really irritates me because it's already hard enough for us. Our families are trying to find places for us to stay. We need housing for ourselves, but there's no housing because everybody's from other places taking our housing and fucking up our roads. Our tax money paying for these potholes and stuff that they're not fixing, tearing up our cars. Like I said, insurance premiums about as high as a car note to build a freaking to renovate a State Farm arena for outsiders to come in and have the best time of their lives while we over here suffering, while we're the servants behind everything cleaning stuff up. The only jobs we get is servants to clean up behind outsiders. No, I don't want to be a blue state, not the way I've seen other blue states look. So you go take your objectives, you take everything that you want, and you go work it out in those states and leave us out of your mess. Leave us out of your mess. Because we know you don't care. We know you're narcissistic. We know you're future fake with us. We know that you really don't care. You're putting on a facade as if you really need us. You don't need us. Need yourself and go into your states and work on making your states what you need them to be. Go clean up your own states. Don't come over here to ours. We have no more room for you. And no, we don't want to become like the rest of these other states who don't know how to control their populations. They're too wild. They're so liberal, they tear up their own states and they want to come down here to Georgia and take over what we got going on. We barely surviving. Then to have an outsider from another state thinking that they can run rapid like they run rapid in these other states and terrorists. I'm going to tell you something, like I said. The KKK is just east of here. A lot of their family members are north of here. Don't come rock the boat. We've been doing pretty good so far with how we do things. We don't need more outsiders turning things up. Because we kind of calm things, even if it is something underneath the tension. We've built enough stability and understanding where we're not trying to break that tension. Because things are already hard enough. And I'm going to tell you about our our brethren and our kinfolk of other skin down here, they feel the same way. They're not going to sit up here and let you come down here and take away. It's called Southern pride. That's what they call it, Southern pride. I look at it as more of Southern preservation, not in the sense of how they do it with racism, but just a sense of everything you've gone through as a people, Georgians, to come to some type of stability. Yeah, you know things are crooked. Yeah, you know things are very weird, and we have to work on that. But not by selling our souls to the devil to get a paycheck. That's not going to save our lives. We have to do more work than just trying to get a stimulus. We need stimulus, but not at the risk of tearing our own state up to get it. I shouldn't have to sell my soul and sell my essence to outsiders for a check. You have to know your value. And our value goes way beyond stimulus checks. Yes, we do need it. But there will be a time, hopefully, where things will get better and we'll be able to make a lot more money than having these little bitty stimulus checks they try to put us. No. I'm not going to sell my soul. I'm not going to sell my entirety out for a little bit of chump change. And it's good chump change in this immediate situation. But the overall, next 70, 100 years of Georgia, no. If I have to sit here and take, it's like they're trying to buy our land for cheap. I'm not going to let you buy me out like that. No. I'm not going to let you persuade me to vote for you for only your cause, so that you can be selfish and come down here and reap the benefits and rewards of our hard work and our sweat and our hard toiling every day in this hot sun up under Georgia. That's not fair. And I'm all for trying to make things equal, fair, and balanced. And I, like I said, turning blue, it concerns me. At the same time, I'm kind of like, okay, that's the good thing. But at the same time, it looks more and more bad to me. Because it's walking me in the riffraff. And the narcissists who don't care about nobody, they want to come in and take credit for what they don't do. They want to come in, live off our struggle, tear us down, and don't want to help build us up. While Georgians are suffering, being pushed to the back. Vote your own states blue. Work on your own politics in your own states. Don't come down here messing with ours. We don't have enough room. We don't have room for all that. Our roads are congested. They're being torn up. Not enough jobs, not enough housing for us. I'm not your scapegoat. I'm not your hero. I'm not your cape. I'm not going to cape for you. I believe in us helping the homeless, make sure we have a stable economy. I believe in all these things. I don't believe in letting somebody come in and rob you of what you try to hold on to. And that's all it is, welcoming scammers and crooks and thieves down to our state. Because they feel like we don't have no type of backbone, or we don't have no type of, honestly, the red is what's protecting us. As long as they know that we have racists and people down here, they know not to come down here and fuck with us. Excuse my language. The irony of the situation. They want to talk about Atlanta and the HIV rates. Well, where did all the fucking HIV come from? It didn't just pop up in Atlanta. We have the international airport down here. So a lot of the HIV and shit came from other places. And they came down here and infected Atlanta with the fucking HIV. You get what I'm saying? Think about it. They quit to call us degenerates and HIV infested. But y'all the motherfuckers that brought the shit down here. Remember, we're simple city folk. We're simple city country folk. Y'all are way more advanced than us. And I don't need your wild toys and your wild charms coming down here tearing up our city. I'd rather have a smaller city and we're surviving than to have riffraff and trash coming into our state tearing down what we're trying to hold on to. I'm not going to vote blue for you, and I'm not going to vote red for nobody. You work on your own state. You keep all your trash, your disease, and all your other crap in your own state. Don't bring it down here to us. We're tired. And I'm going to keep saying tired because guess what? Tired is tired. So don't be surprised if it don't turn blue in the Senate. Oh, well. Y'all, that's on y'all to do. Y'all have to do the work in y'all states. Don't make us y'all fucking shield and discarding us like y'all always do to save y'all fucking life. Save your own damn life. We're not your fucking slaves. We don't belong to you. Black people in Georgia don't belong to you. Y'all tear up y'all own communities up north and all these other places and then want to come down here like we're some type of retirement home for you. No. All these comments trying to coerce us. Come on, Georgians. You're the key. We're not your fucking key, bitch. We're not your key to your success. For you to use us and suck us dry and then discard us. We're not stupid. We know what's going on. We're not simple, dumb country folk. We've dealt with the devil for the longest time down here. I'm going to make more videos about this because I want to have everything together with how I say it. But I'm really tired as a native Georgian seeing my families and people from Georgia suffer because of outsiders. And I used to be so welcoming to people. I'm like, oh, where are you from? We're from other. I'm like, well, guess what? You're Georgian now. Not no more. You're not a Georgian. You don't know what suffering is. Maybe you suffered in these other states of dealing with crime and stuff, but you don't know what suffering is on both parts, having to deal with crime and super racism. And I'm going to say this about the people down here. They're fake nice, so they hide their racism very well, but at least they know how to be fake. Well, not fake, because you can't fake it. But at least they know how to kind of zip it and smile with that fake smile. You can always figure them out. But they know not to go any further. I'm not coming into your territory up in Stone Mountain. I'm not coming up to Cobb County. I'm not coming to your neighborhoods up in Alpharetta. I'm not doing all that. Because we get it. Work on fixing where you're at. Work on fixing where you are in life. Don't try to come and take somebody else's space in their place because you're drowning. Everybody's drowning. That don't mean we all start pulling each other down. Stay in your lane, like I said. Work on you. Don't try to come down here and take from us. Because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. The more and more we feel like people are coming outsiders, we have, like I said, our kinfolk of other color. They're going to take care of y'all. And that ain't going to be cute. I just hope that we don't all get caught up in y'all bullshit. I'm going to make more videos about this because it's very important. I want to get the message out that we do not need more people down here in Georgia taking from us and tearing our city down, trying to destroy what's beautiful about us. No. Everybody down here, we all kind of mind our business. We don't bother each other. But you come down here with your mess, everybody's going to start trying to figure out what's going on. And it's going to tear everything up. I'll make more videos. I had to say that because it pissed me off reading all these comments. Like strangers trying to give us candy. I don't want your candy. I don't know what's in your candy. I'm darn sure not about to get in that car with you. Our parents taught us that as children. Especially after the Atlanta child murders. We done been through a lot. Atlanta has a lot of history that nobody understands. They just want to come down here, have a good time, but they don't understand what we go through on the daily. It is like Get Out. Everybody's playing their role and knowing what lines not to cross. You hear? I'm going to say this to you too. Have a good day means go now, get. You know, you understand the lingo. Have a good day now. Go now, get. Degenerate. state of our state.